Hello, friends. Welcome to our today's chemistry class. In our last class, we did something about electronic configuration of different atoms, starting from hydrogen, helium, lithium. We treated the first 20 elements. And in the course of doing that, we talked about atomic number. Now, today we want to start from that atomic number that we mentioned earlier. So, what is atomic number? When we say atomic number, we are talking about the number of protons in the nucleus of an element. Example, we can write a substance, the symbol of an element like X here. X stands for symbol of an element like I told you hydrogen has atomic number 1. So this is this X stands for the element, while 1 or Z stands for the atomic number. Now let's move down to nucleons. What is nucleons? Nucleons are those nuclear particles of an atom. I drew atom in our last class and I showed you the nucleus of the atom, which I told you also that it contains protons and neutrons. So the two particles, neutrons and protons in the nucleus, sum them together, you can call them nucleons. Now let's move to mass number. This is the sum of the proton and the neutron in an atom. When you add the proton, the number of protons you have in the nucleus and the number of neutron in the nucleus, you have the mass number. Like, for example, X is an element, Z here is the atomic number of that element, and A is the mass of that element. So this is the mass. Don't get confused about proton and the mass, atomic number and the mass. So the one down is atomic number, which is also known as number of protons, while the one up is the mass. Okay, now the mathematical relationship between the three particles, proton, mass, and neutron, is represented as follows. Mass number equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Mathematically, we can solve problems like question 1 says, what is the number of neutrons in sodium atom with mass number 23? Once you have mass number, or in short, if you have any two of the particles, you can solve the other one. Remember, I said earlier, solution, let me use this side, solution mass is equal to proton plus neutron. They have given you the mass there, and mass is what? 23 equal to proton they have given you. Whether they have written it or they did not, but if you know the atomic number to be 11, that means the number of proton is 11 plus n that you don't know, which is what they ask you there to calculate. So now take this to this side. If 11 crosses the sign of equality, it becomes negative, which is equal to n. Now subtract this from this, you have 12 equal to n. Your n is equal to what? Number of neutrons equal to 12. So that's the way to go about it. I believe if I give you more questions under that, you'll be able to solve them. Now let's move forward to question 2. This is WAEC question. Copy and complete the table below. Elements, you have P, Q, R, S, T, U, charge, that's U to part 2 plus, V to part 3 minus. P, the mass is this. Mass of all these elements are here. Atomic number of these elements are here. Electrons, number of electrons are here. Their neutrons are here. They said copy and fill in this gap. Fill them up. So how do we go about that? You should be able to use this formula to solve this. Now let's see how to fill in this one. Element P has a mass of 16. Atomic number is not given. Electron is given. Neutron is given, which we can use neutron. We can use this formula to find neutron, but the proton is not given. You come back and check the element P. Has it a charge? These two, they have charges. So, but these other ones do not have charges, no plus, no minus. So, if you meet any element that do not have any plus or any minus, that means the number of electrons is equal to atomic number. Whether they are using atomic number, whether they are using the number of protons, they mean the same thing. So, like in this case now, P has no plus, no minus on it. So this and this have the same value. So this is 8 there. Coming down to here, you have gotten atomic number. Subtract it from mass, you have neutron according to this formula. So you also have another 8. Another 8. So come over to this place. This one, they have not given you mass, but they have given you atomic number. They have given you number of neutrons. It has no charge. You can also put this to this. This and this will be same. And for you to get mass from here, proton plus neutron. Here's my proton. This is my neutron. This is my proton. So add them to get mass, and that is 40. Move to the next. They have given you mass. They have not given you atomic number, but they have not given you electron, but they have given you neutron. So subtract this from this. Whatever thing you have is this 17. Getting that, move, getting that, this and this are the same because it has no charge. Put 17. Move down to this place. Mass is this. Electron is this. This is also the same with this. Now, check this. This is neutron. Neutron plus, how do I get neutron? Subtract proton from the mass, you get neutron. And that is what? Subtract this from this, you have 10. Come over to T. T, they have not given you mass. They have given you neutron. They have given you electron. Remember, it has no charge. So number of proton and electron will be the same. So having done that, you have proton to be this. You have neutron to be this. Use this formula by adding 2 to get mass. When you come to the one that has a charge, is going to be different from this. So this and this will not be the same. It is only the same when they have no charge, no plus, no minus. Plus or minus will make them to be different. Okay, so now let's start with mass and neutron. Let's look for number of proton because that one stands. The charge is only affecting electron. It's not affecting proton. It's not affecting neutron. It's only the number of electron that is affected. So now you can still use this to get proton, neutron, and mass. But electron, you don't follow this because these two will not be the same. Now let's see. Subtract this from this. You get 14 for atomic number of proton. That's 12. But coming to electron, check. Remember before we said this and this are the same on these ones. But this one that has a charge, it will not be the same because it has given out how many? 2. This number of plus you have seen means that number of electrons have been given out. This number you are seeing means that number of electrons have been collected in. So if this man has this proton, but it has given out 2 electrons, so 12 minus 2 will be 10. 10 electrons left. Now this one, let's talk about the proton. Proton is this, but it has given out how many electrons? Or it has collected how many electrons? You add 3. You add to this, making how many? 10. So number of electrons will be 10 here. Now you can use this and then get this and get this to be 14. So far, so good. I believe you enjoyed the lesson, and I believe you will still be watching for more, and I will be dropping more. So, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, share it, and keep watching. Thank you.